Good morning, everyone. It's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people, and I am thrilled to have you along here today. You, your guides, my guides, all swirling around in this community energy, which is just so fabulous. Okay, what do we want to have a look at today? I'm going to put a link in the box below as to what happened in the court case overnight between Raymond Deary, who has been appointed as the special master, and Trump's lawyers. As predicted, this is backfiring spectacularly, and his lawyers are falling back on the it's all you're politicising it, BS to that, and I don't quite know what they were thinking when they agreed to the appointment of Deary, because this is a guy who was a ex Foreign Intelligence Services court judge. He knows intimately how serious this is. He knows intimately what the rules and regulations and laws are in regards to classified documents. They had no choice really, because both sides had to agree on who the special master was going to be. But yet he's just ripping Trump's legal defence in regards to this to absolute shreds. So I'm quite pleased. I don't know if I should be, but I'm quite pleased to see that occurring. Okay. Oh, no, it's not a smoker's cough. I don't cough or smoke. It's just change of season still. And the dogs have been to the beach this morning, so they're giving off that lovely wet dog odour at the moment. Okay, what I want to have a look at. So I'll just put the link for that below. I do want to have a look to see whether DeSantis and Abbott will be charged for trafficking. As you're probably aware, DeSantis sent 50 migrants to Martha's Vineyard as a publicity stunt. Abbott, I believe, did something similar. What happened was that DeSantis, or whomever was his representative organised by DeSantis, had lied to these people, paid with the taxpayer dollar to put them on buses and planes and whatever else, and sent them north. Across state lines. So it was fraud because he lied to these people, and he trafficked them against their will across state lines. So we'll see how that will play out. Might have a look to see what's coming out of the Mazar's accountants cooperating with the DOJ and Congress. They're Trump's long-term accountants. We might have a look at that. I'm going to have a quick look with Pendulum first up in regards to the rumour of Kushner's Middle East solution. There is a rumour that he tried to sell the West Bank of Palestine to Jordan. So we'll have a look. But I also do want to have a look at, on Friday, Moscow has announced that on Friday, 4 Eastern Ukrainian regions will be going to a referendum, or it'll be starting. The process will be starting on Friday for them to rejoin Russia. Now, I'm getting the real gut feeling that they don't want to rejoin Russia, but Russia is demanding because they want to reset their boundaries, and it justifies their attacks into these regions. And one of them is where the major nuclear power station for Ukraine is located. So, just horrific things happening over there. So what I'm going to start, something simple and light, is Kushner selling the West Bank to... it's irrelevant. It didn't happen now. It didn't happen, but I'm just curious as to whether there is any truth in this rumour, it's modus operandi as far as I'm concerned in regards to this mob. So good morning, Pendant. For those that didn't watch yesterday or Monday, this is an amethyst that has been with me for 25 years. And finally I turned it into a pendant. It has seen me through many ups and many downs, so we're very familiar with each other. Okay, may I ask a question, please? May I ask a question? The circle is question answering. Please show me yes. Just setting it for today. Please show me yes. which is back and forth. Thank you. Please show me no. Please show me no. It can take a while to change direction because it's a heavy pendant on a thin chain. Please show me no. Please show me no. Side to side. Thank you. Just a quick question. May I ask a quick question? Is there any truth to the speculative rumour that Kushner... well, I didn't even get the question out and it's telling me yes because I had thought the question. Selling the West Bank of Palestine to Jordan. So it's definitely yes. I mean, that's up there with Trump trying to buy, was it Greenland off Denmark? Just what? And trying to sell Puerto Rico. I can't remember who they were trying to sell Puerto Rico to, but yeah, he just thought territories of other countries were just monetary assets to be bought and sold. It was all very bizarre. Okay, I'm going to have a look at what cards do I want for this one? I'm going to have a look at DeSantis with this trafficking. I think I need to get a new candle. That one's starting to burn a little low. DeSantis in regards to human trafficking. What I'm going to do, okay, pendulum first. Thank you, Master. Oh dear, okay, pendulum first. Oh, chills up and down the legs, which usually means yes, they're here, and this is, I'm getting it, this is what they want me to do. So let's just ask the question. I'm just going to look at DeSantis because I think he's going to be the test case. Okay, may I ask a question, please? May I ask a question? Will DeSantis face charges for human trafficking? Will DeSantis face charges in regards to human trafficking? So that's a yes, and it's already being looked at, I believe, by, again, the legal system. The legal system's so convoluted, I'm not sure who's actually looking at it. It may be the DC Supreme Court or something. I'm not exactly sure. Please let me know if you do, but it is being looked at legally. So let's just see how that plays out for him. As a little side note, the judge is the court case that is going through in regards to the sacking of Attorney General Warren in Florida. He was fired by DeSantis for declaring that he would not prosecute women who had abortions for medical reasons. Oh, there was a whole raft of reasons. He just basically came out and said, I'm not going to prosecute women if they have an abortion. So he was fired by DeSantis. He was a state attorney of a certain area in Florida, not the entirety of Florida. The judge is about to rule on that, and I think he's going to rule favourably in regards to Warren. I might have a look at that in a minute. Okay. I'll have a look at that first so it's out of my mind. So it's out of my mind so I can concentrate on this trafficking question. Okay. Right. May I ask a question, please? May I ask a question? Thank you. Is the judge going to rule favourably about reinstating State Attorney Warren? Is the judge going to rule favourably to State Attorney Warren? Well, that's a yes. Is the judge going to rule against DeSantis firing him? Is the judge going to rule against DeSantis firing him? And that's a no. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, that's a done deal. That's been resolved. Okay. We'll see how that plays out. Okay. Oh. Right, I've got the deck upside down. Oh no, there are just some cards that are upside down. Let me race through because I don't like reading upside down. No, there's no cards actually upside down, but this one has popped out. And it popped out upside down, but it may just be that I've put it back that way. So this is DeSantis trafficking, loss and disappointment. And this is a plan coming to fruition, a message, something coming to fruition, coming back into harbour. So this is the seedy underbelly being exposed, an offer being made, but being rejected, and then a plan coming to fruition. So I'll do a full Celtic cross on that and just see. The fool just flipped over on me. Foolishness is what I'm being told. Foolishness. I've got cards flipping over on me everywhere. Complete and utter downfall, loss and disappointment, and then judgment. Okay, right. And reaping what we sow. Okay. We'll get so this is not looking good for DeSantis. This is not looking good for him. I don't know when he's up for election, but this is not looking good. Okay, tell me the story. Full Celtic cross. How's it going to go down for DeSantis in regards to him shipping these 50 migrants to Martha's Vineyard? Shipping these 50 migrants. Was it to Pelosi's house or Harris's house? One of those. Tell me how. I think it was Pelosi's. Tell me how. And AOC put out the most fabulous tweet saying, "Welcome to our community for these 50 migrants." Okay. Tell me how this is going to go down for DeSantis, please. Right, this one's flipped over. He made money out of this. I'm not quite sure why. There was money that passed hands in regards to this. But let's have a look. Come on down. Okay. Again, another money card. Insecurity, playing his cards very close to his chest, not giving anything up in regards to, okay, let's see where it goes. He's just hanging on tightly at the moment. Crossed by, well, here's your lies and deceit. So he's hanging on to what he has at the moment, desperately hanging on, insecurely hanging on, but he's being challenged by these lies. So I think I'm getting the word desperation in regards to his position politically. Don't know also how involved he is with the Matt Gaetz sex trafficking either as well. But yeah, he's just lie after lie after lie as he tries to hang on. Okay, let's see where this goes. At the base, well, this is karma coming and biting him on the bum. The Wheel of Fortune. Fortunes are turning. And this is the foundation of this reading. His fortune is turning, and that's why he's insecure, and that's why he's just lying to try and keep on. In the past, well, I don't think that needed any explanation. He chained himself to the devil. He voluntarily chained himself to the devil, I must admit. Greed, power, yeah. Crowning the reading, Ace of Cups, so this is all about a new beginning. An emotional overwhelming. Okay, thank you. I love it when he prompts me correctly. This is just becoming emotionally overwhelming. Near future, King of Cups, the Biden administration, but also a return to calm and sensibility. Externally, death. Well, yeah, this is the ending for DeSantis. This is going to be yet another ending for DeSantis. Internally, Queen of Coins. This is all. It's all about domestic security, homeland security, and he received money to betray it. Okay, hopes and fears. There is a crossroads that they're at. However, he is thigh deep in the swamp, and he literally doesn't know which way to turn. He's closing his eyes, hoping it'll all go away if he ignores it, but it is very much a crossroads of the truth. Outcome, victory. That's an interesting one. Let's see where this leads us. It is the victory card, but it's a very uncomfortable looking victory, as in doesn't know which side they're actually supporting. Okay. I think he thinks he's going to be victorious in this outcome. Thank you. Page of Wands, very powerful message being brought forward, a new message being brought forward that's going to lead to his downfall, and then we have justice. Justice. Oh, and the base, even though I shuffled and shuffled, here is this money card again, and here is the legal system. So it's actually, this is more severe than what DeSantis thinks. He did it as a political stunt, but it is actually more severe, and it is going to lead to his downfall on top of everything else that he's done. But this is, okay, I'll just ask, because it is interesting, what takes them out is not, in all honesty, I don't care what takes them out. Trump's going to lose all his assets to the IRS. He may never go to jail. I don't care as long as he gets taken out. The special master, it's going to be... Denise from Spiritual Growth Tarot, I watched a video of hers this morning on the effect that him stealing these documents or taking these documents is having on the US and on other countries, and I really got that this is the one that's going to get him not put in jail. He's not going to jail. I'm sorry, but he's going to be restricted, is what I was told when I was watching that video, that he's going to be literally under house arrest for the remainder because he cannot be trusted. So he's going to be completely cut off and under house arrest. But my question is, okay, may I ask a question, please? May I ask a question, please? Thank you. Is this trafficking going to be the downfall of DeSantis? Is this what's going to bring DeSantis down? This trafficking stunt? Okay. And that's very definitely a yes. Okay. I think they're going to go after DeSantis first, and this is going to have Abbott shaking in his boots. I won't read on Abbott yet, I'll just watch the DeSantis one to start with. Okay, what do I want to look at next? Might have a look at the Mazar's accounting firm cooperating with Congress. January 6 committee's coming up next week. A harsh truth coming forward, and a culmination and ending of this cycle. That's not January the 6th, that's Mazar's. Okay, just tell me about Mazar's cooperating. I'm using my Golden Universal Tarot. I know they glare a bit in this light, even though it's an overcast day. Winter's going to have a last gasp this week. We're expecting rain to come this afternoon, and literally rain for a week with storms and all sorts, seasonal change, so we'll see how that plays out. I'm looking forward to it. I do love a bit of rain. Okay, Mazar's accounting cooperating with Congress. Let me know how. So in case you haven't caught it, what the January 6th committee is going to do in this next series of hearings is that they are looking at the money, the changing hands of money, who financed what, how money was raised, etc., etc. So follow the money trail. Basically, it removes all speculation. It removes all when you're following the numbers and you're following the paper trail, it does not lie. So tell me about Mazar's cooperating with Congress. Mazar's cooperating with Congress. Okay, let's have a look. The lies and the deceit and the stealing and this basically, I'm not surprised, but two readings on something to do with Trumperisms, and we've got this card for both of them in core positions. This was the challenge for DeSantis. This is the signifier of this whole reading for Mazar's accounting cooperating with Congress, and it is all about exposing the lies. Woohoo! Okay, exposing the lies, exposing the agreements and deals made. Yeah, exposing the pacts made between, exposing. Yeah, you get what I mean when I'm saying this. This is all about, who worked with who and who made an agreement with who and what and where. Base of this foundation of this reading is the World card, and it is very much about this is going to bring closure. This is going to bring an ending, but it also may be that it is also going to expose worldwide dealings and wheelings as well. So it's sort of a double meaning on this. We'll see where it leads us. I'm drawn to, okay, this deck is an old deck, but I'm drawn to the figures at the top. You've got a figure that looks like Trump with his beautiful flowing toupee, eyeing off the eagle of the United States, just glaring at the eagle, and the eagle is glaring back. So it is a almost like a blinking competition between the two of them. I've got my money on the eagle. Okay, in the past, the Hanged Man, things trying to be delayed, things were being delayed. I can't remember, was there court cases with Trump trying to stop Mazars from cooperating, trying to delay? But this is all about the delaying tactics. It's in the past. Crowning this reading, well, totally not surprised. So these are the energies of now. This is the past. So this is all about. So you've got the lies, the agreements made, coming to a conclusion, but also on the world stage in regards to this greed and lying and betrayal and toxicity and you name it, all this devil energy. And this is what is going to be exposed. Okay, immediate future, not surprised at this. It's a 6, which to me is screaming January 6th committee, but it is also about packing up the truth and moving it forward out of the turbulence and into the calm. So it is about packing the truth into this boat and moving it out of this toxicity. Okay, externally, Trump org. Not surprised there. Trump org. This is about, so what I'm asking about is Mazar's accounting cooperating. Trump org, full on into it. Internally, destruction of the tower. a tower moment internally for Trump org. For Trump org. That's interesting. Okay. And, okay, thank you. He's telling me it's just not Trump org. This is about the oligarchs. Now, when I say oligarchs, I'm not necessarily meaning Russian. This is about internal US oligarchs as well. This is about all those moneyed parties that were involved. Because this is about cooperating with Congress, but it does bring about a tower moment. Hopes and fears, Queen of Wands, the lawmakers, the just lawmakers, and you have the cat down the bottom who sees all. It perceives all. Outcome, judgment, inevitable ending, and judgment. Literally judgment. The juggling of the finances. Okay, thank you, Master. He's telling me about the several sets of books that may have been allegedly, speculatively, but it is about juggling the money to make the finances appear differently to what they actually were. Thank you, Master. Just trying to put into words what he's trying to tell me. The foolishness of it all. We have this crossroads of the blindfold. Which path is the truth going to take? Mazar's walking away from Trump, and here we have investigation. Powerful investigation. This is the strongest investigation card there is. Heartbreak, loss and despair. On the base we have the money laundering and the balance, bringing things back to balance. Okay, so that's not going to go real well for Trump org, I don't think, but Mazar's, yeah, they're done with Trump. They're bringing it all to the fore. So I think they're full on cooperating, and there's just some even more information that's going to come out. Thank you. I'm being told that it will relate to... So there are actually two cases, I gather. You've got the Letitia James case that is about the fraudulent books or something, and then you've got the Bragg case with the IRS. So they're sort of connected, but they're two separate cases, I believe. But yeah, that's going to entangle a few other oligarchs with it. Okay, next. Right. I'm just thinking about how to read on this. We've got, so Moscow have announced that starting Friday, 4 Ukraine regions will start a referendum. If you don't know what a referendum is, we use them in Australia where... so, for example, our last referendum was for marriage equality rights. By going to a referendum where more than, I believe, 60% of the population has to vote in favour, which we did, I think it was 72% voted in favour of marriage equality rights in Australia, it is then enshrined in the Constitution. So to actually change our Constitution, it has to go to referendum. It can't be a decision made by the government of the day. So that is now enshrined in our Constitution, marriage equality rights. So Moscow have said that they're going to starting a referendum in, now the 4 regions are Donetsk, Kherson, and I apologise at my terrible pronunciation of this, Luhansk, Luhansk, and Zaporizhzhia. And I'm sure I've pronounced that wrong as well, but you will remember that last one, Zaporizhzhia, is where the major nuclear power plant is as well. So, There's a lot of fighting going on in these areas. Moscow wants to, I think, okay, thank you. What I'm being told is that it is purely a save face maneuver to say, see, they did want to join us after all. It is simply a save face maneuver. These people do not necessarily want to join Russia. There are fears that it is going to be a sham election, and that would not surprise me at all. But can you please tell me, using my runic tarot cards for this, tell me about this referendum vote. Just tell, I'm not going to ask one way or the other, just tell me the story behind and where it's leading to, this referendum vote. This referendum vote. Tell me about this referendum vote in eastern Ukraine. I'm really hearing that the majority of the people do not want to join Russia. But tell me about how this... And how do you have a vote in the middle of a war zone? Like, seriously, if you're really serious about it, withdraw and then allow these people to have the vote in peace. I mean, how do you even vote in a war zone? I just don't understand how it's... Yeah, so... okay. Right. Let's see what the story is. So this card actually refused to go back in the pack as the signifier card. I'm just looking at the card as it is. I know it has a lot of different meanings, being the Ace of Pentacles. It's all about a new financial start or money coming in, health, protection. But what I'm really getting, I'm just looking at this card, and this shield is propped up against this. It's just propped up against this territory on top of the ridge. I don't know if that will show in this camera. It is blurry on the card, so it'll be blurry in the camera as well. But it looks like a fortification that has just simply been not quite destroyed. There are still walls up there, but this is telling me that about defending this. It's about defending this land. Now, I didn't ask from either Ukraine or Russia's point of view, but I'm really getting a pull that this shield is propped up between Russia and these eastern territories, these eastern regions, propped up with Russia being on this side and Ukraine being on this side. And I think it's just basically, thank you, Master, it's telling me step no further. Do not enter, is what it's telling me. Okay, but we'll see where this reading goes, because I need to be very careful that I do not play my own emotions into this of what outcome I would like to see. Okay. The Seven of Cups. Okay. It is the card usually in the Rider-Waite Tarot of illusion and delusion, but it is also the card of, in each of these cups there is a choice of power and greed to be made. And what's happening in this particular card is that it is the birth of it. It is a new beginning, a new birth, and you've got all these women crowding in around it, offering gifts of power and wealth and beauty and gems and assets, etc. So that's what's crossing this do not cross, this is our territory card, is this this illusion and delusion of great wealth being presented. Okay, thank you, Master. Base of the reading, foundation of this reading, it's all about communities and family. And going back to a simpler time. This is about going back to a simpler time of restoring community. Okay. In the past, the Nine of Cups, that's interesting. The smug merchant. Okay, thank you. This is telling me that the Putin regime, and I don't know whether it's Putin behind it anymore, I'm just getting body double everywhere with him at the moment. I know other readers are saying, oh no, it's not a body double, but I just, every time I see him, I just see that it's not him, if that makes sense. I will read again on that in a minute with the pendulum to see what it tells me, but I just, every time I see an image of him on the news, I just get that's not him. Anyhow, so aside from the body double, this is about the smug merchant toasting their victory, but this is in the past. So this perhaps goes back to trying to save face after claiming that they were going to take Ukraine in 3 days, and what are we, 7-8 months later. Okay, crowning this reading, the sun, full illumination with this fire energy. Okay, and followed by the Chariot. Now these two cards remind me really of very powerfully of each other, but you've got the fire here and you've got the dark here. So this is the immediate future. Oh gosh, okay, thank you. I just got hit because I had said dark energy moving forward. Oh, it's gone. What did you tell me, Master? About reining it in. Thank you. Reining it in. Controlling. Thank you. The darkness. Okay, so we've got this full illumination here as the crowning of the reading, but the immediate future is this moving forward in darkness. Okay, externally, loss, despair. The truth is piercing the heart. I'm really getting a pull that this is not what the people of these regions want. However, they're under threat of this beheading. They're under this, okay, thank you, they're under this threat of being chopped off. Okay, internally. Oh, I'm just feeling really sick at the moment, I'm sorry. Internally, agreements made. Difficult agreements made. There is one dominant force here and one submissive force here. Internally. Okay, Page of Wands. Oh. The sunflowers. Always with the sunflowers with this card. Ukraine is, it's a relatively young country. It's not going to stand for this. It's going to stand up to it. It's going to push this wand, this message, and say, no, do not step over this line. Out come the Fool. Moving, stepping out with faith and courage for a new start. The Emperor, Putin, not looking very happy at all. The Devil, oh God. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Base of the reading, Page of Cups. Some really unexpected result being brought forward in regards to domestic security, circles of support and justice, and then we have the loss. The insecurity and the loss. Okay. If I kept going on the top, the next card that I had was the Ten of Wands, which is about a difficult journey, about burden, but an offer coming forward. So now there are no lies and deceit. There is no stealing. There is no those cards in here. So okay. I'm going to ask the question that has sprung to mind. I'm going to ask this question that has sprung to mind. It is a bit of a tale, this one. Okay. Are these? May I ask a question, please? May I ask a question, please? May I ask a question, please? For these 4 regions, eastern regions, is the referendum to join Russia even going to go ahead? It's and it's a no. Are these 4 regions going to remain as part of Ukraine? And that's a yes. Are the people of... May I ask a question, please? Thank you. Just resetting. Are the people of these regions going to stand up to Moscow? Are the people of these regions going to stand up to Moscow? No. Okay. Trying to think of why the referendum wouldn't go ahead. We'll just have to watch. We'll just have to watch and see what happens. It's telling me that no, this referendum is either not going to go ahead or not going to be effective at all. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. But I'm not sure why as of yet. Okay, last question for today, just to clarify. If you have any questions, please put them in the box below or email me directly. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, may I ask a question, please? Ask a question. Is the figure that's floating around a Putin body double? And it started saying yes before I even finished the question. Is the Putin that we see in the media a body double? Is Putin... Okay, may I ask a question? Is Putin still alive? Please tell me. Just move my elbow there so it's more comfortable. May I ask a question? Is Putin still alive? I'm actually getting a no there. Oh, sorry, I just felt so incredibly lightheaded I almost fell off the chair. Okay. Is he on his deathbed? I know other readers, and I know really respected readers are saying that it's not a body double. But every time... Oh, sorry, the blood's just all rushed from my head. I'm just feeling incredibly dizzy. But every time I see the image of Putin on social media, I'm seeing that it's a body double. Okay, I know I said I was going to ask one. That was my last question, but I just want to ask one more. May I ask a question, please? May I ask a question, please? Ask a question, please. Ask a question, please. Thank you. Is this suggestion of a referendum the start of a peace talks? Is this suggestion of referendums? And it's telling me yes. Part of peace talks. Is it part of peace talks for Russia to pull out? That's a sort of. It's going angle to angle. Very strongly angle to angle, actually. Is Russia going to remain in these 4 regions while the peace talks take place? And it's gone yes. Will these 4 regions join Russia? Will these 4 regions, will all of these 4 regions join Russia? Yeah, it's a bit all over the place. It's telling me that some may and some won't. I don't know the political leaning of those 4 regions. If you're from that area and you know, please share it. But yeah, they're the answers I'm getting. So thank you for joining me. Whew. I might have to go and have a lie down, let the blood come back. So thank you for joining me. Take care. There's a lot going on in the world at the moment. My heart goes out to Japan with the typhoon, Taiwan with the earthquake, Puerto Rico with the hurricanes, Mexico with the earthquake. We are, as a community, and when I'm talking about community, I'm talking about everything on this planet. We are in a state of change. We are in a state of flux. There's a lot of confusion. Some of us are rapidly moving forward to understanding the energies of the universe that we can draw on. Some are fearful of this and drawing back. Be kind, be gentle with yourself, and for those that don't understand that what is happening, let them discover in their own time. Plant the seeds, but don't try and force it to grow. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Love to you all. Bye-bye.